Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at a Milton Bradley vintage Stratego game. Fascinating two-handed strategy game. Ages 10 to adult, the objective is to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. That might be from Conan. I'm not sure. Now, this is from the 80s, I think, 1977. This cover was used for a while, but this is the 77 through mid-80s, I think, version of the game. It's a jumbo game manufactured under license with Houseman and Hattie, Amsterdam, Holland. So let's see what we got here. The rules are, of course, on the lid. It's a very simple game to play. You have different guys that do different things. And there's bombs, and bombs kill people, except for minors. Minors are exempt. Probably minor labor laws. Then we've got our board. And we've kept this one in pretty good shape. This is the red side. There's a lake and a couple lakes in the middle. And then there's the blue side. Obviously, blue starts on the blue side. Red starts on the red side. Now, as you can see, there's little trays for the guys here that have all gone askew because I stored this weird. The trays are, there's the blue guys, there's the red. I have a complete set, obviously. This is from when I was a kid. My brother gave me this a while back. This is our original set. There's an insert here, as usual, where a lot of other board games would put the rules on here. They put it on the lid. Milton Bradley did a lot of weird stuff, but it's just a cardboard insert. So be aware, if you're a completionist like I tend to be, that this is supposed to be with the game. And not for any particular game function, just a completionist aspect. Now these are all sitting on a plastic tray. You can't really see it real well on there, I apologize. But it's basically the figures, the way they stand up on the board. It holds them through this groove. It's a grooved piece of plastic. So we've kept this in really good shape over the years because this was one of our favorite games. Kinda still is. I still have a very big love of this game. If you get a chance to play Stratego, do it. It's a good strategy game, especially for younger people. Really kind of builds up that war game base knowledge that they can use later in other games. And of course the whole goal is to protect your flag. They give you a flag piece. If the other person catches the flag, it's just capture the flag. If they get to the flag, they win. And of course you get bombs and that sort of thing. I believe you only had one number 2, and one spy for each team. Everything else had multiples. You had 5 or 6 bombs, one flag, one number 1, one number 2, couple of minors. The minors can defeat the bombs, etc. They're the only ones that can, like I said. The spies can do all sorts of havoc. Let's see if it says how many pieces you're supposed to have. Yeah, you have one marshal, which is the number 1, one general, which is number 2. The number 3 are colonels. You have 2 of those. Number 4 are majors. You have 3 of those. Number 5 are captains. You have 4 of those. Number 6 are lieutenants. You have 4 of those. Number 7 are sergeants. You have 4 of those. Number 8 are minors. You have 5 of those. Number 9 are scouts. You have 8 of those. And you have 1 spy. There's 6 bombs and 1 flag, which you can't move during the game. They have to stay stationary. So, that's what's in the box. This is the 1970s version, and it's my personal favorite. Some of the newer ones aren't as good a quality. These are much better plastic. They hurt a lot if you step on them, so don't do that. And they had silver paint and gold paint, which I really liked. I thought this was real fun. It's easy to grip as an adult or as a kid because of the way it's designed. So I really like this version of the game the best. I think it's the easiest one to really use. Some of the newer ones weren't quite as good. The pieces were cheaper. The board wasn't as high quality. This is good thick cardboard, and the layout was real simplistic. But yeah, this is one of my favorite strategy games to play with non-gamers. You want to play a war game with someone, then they only know Monopoly or something. This would definitely be the way to go. So yeah, it's a very strategic game. It's a lot of fun to play, and I recommend this version of Stratego. There are other ones out there. There's electronic ones, but this one's my personal favorite. So that'll do it for this episode. We've seen what's inside, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.